Nicole Thornton, your coach and trainer for the illustrious Cole Realty Group in Atlanta with our broker Val and Cole Lyons, and I'm excited to be here with you guys today.
And hey guys, I am Kanecia Clark, coach and trainer for the Cole Realty Group Orlando. Whoop whoop! You can follow me at The Right Realtor ATL FL.
I always forget my handle. Y'all, I'm at the Your Real Estate Style Pro. I always forget that part. Thank you, Kanecia. All right, guys. Well, today we have some amazing top producers with the Cole Realty Group. They're going to share some phenomenal information with us about the buyer's consultation. And we're going to share a little bit more information about them a little bit later on in the presentation. And our first individual is Brandy Perry. Make sure to follow Brandy at BP_the Realtor on Instagram.
And guys, I have the honor, the absolute honor, to introduce Miss Luxury herself, Kanecia LeBlanc. Just want to tell y'all just a little bit about Kanecia. She has been in the real estate industry for 2.5 years. She's been with the Cole Realty Group for 1 year. Year to date, she has sold about a little over 3 million. She currently has 1.5 million under contract, and her goal by the end of 2021 is to hit 6 million or a little more.
We would love to thank you guys for joining us today. We do have some guests who are attending. So thank you to Michaela Harris, Renee Pera, Kathleen Murdoch, Sophia Silva, Alicia, and Javon Briggins. Thank you for joining us today.
And guys, before we get into the meat and potatoes, just want to let y'all know what's going on here at the Cole Realty Group. Currently, from August to September, we have 37 transactions pending, totaling $10,341,512. That is amazing. And 4 of those contracts that we have is currently on from our newbies. So congratulations to them. And to break the numbers down just a little bit, we have Cherie Shepard that has a property under contract in McDonough. Congratulations to you. Henry Mitchell, he has a property under contract, in McDonough as well. Congratulations to you. Again, guys, these are newbies. These are newbies. Look at the date that they started.
Look at the newbies.
Alexandria Amos, she has another deal under contract. Congratulations. And she closed her first deal last week with the Cole Realty Group. Congratulations, Alexandria.
Whoop, whoop.
And then we have Charisma. She has a deal under contract in Laverne. She closed her first contract last month. And she just closed another one. So she literally closed 2 contracts as a new agent in 1 month. That is amazing. Congratulations to you, Charisma. And then y'all see it. You see it. Y'all see the host, the coach, and y'all see one of our top producers that's on the call today to give y'all some tips and tricks. Brandy Perry and Nicole Thornton both are our top producers. Brandy has 6 deals under contract and Nicole has 5. Congratulations to y'all. And then we have Nikisha with 4 under contract, Can with 4, Kiana with 3, Kanecia Clark, that's me, the right realtor with 3, Annetta with 2, Henry with 1, Alexandria with 1, Chanel with 1, Sharice with 1, and Tamia with 1. Congratulations to y'all. This is amazing.
Congratulations, everybody. All right, guys. So when we talk about one of the most important partnerships that we have at the Cole Realty Group, it is Zillow. I mean, the opportunities that we receive from Zillow are just phenomenal. And this year, as the Cole Realty Group as a whole, we've closed $23,221,670,000. I think we deserve a round of applause for that because that is phenomenal.
Yes,
I mean, $23 million. Zillow is just amazing. They give us these opportunities and each of our team members are able to benefit from them. So thank you, Zillow, for the opportunity. Thank you so much for each of our team members for making this a focus. But don't take your foot off of the gas, baby, because we still need $26,778,330 by the end of the year. But I know we can do it. Nation knows we can do it. And Valen believes that we can do it. So it's the hunters and the pros. And together we are combined as the Cole Realty Group, and nothing can stop us. We're on the way up. We're going to get there.
Exactly.
So we're excited.
Let me go ahead and just chime in real quick just to clarify, guys. Remember, this is just Zillow sales. This is just Zillow. This is not personal. This is not any other lead generation. This is just Zillow. So our numbers are higher than this for where we're at right now, but this is where we are for Zillow. So it's amazing. Congratulations to everyone.
Yes, congratulations, everybody. Now, if you missed our kickball tournament on Sunday, you missed a treat. I know there's some of us that had, well, I didn't play, I was on the sidelines, but I do know that there are some team members within the Cole Realty Group that might have needed a little Bengay and Epsom salt at the end of the day. But man, we had a blast. It was so much fun just to interact with each other. We had some music playing. We talked a little bit of smack. But at the end of the day, it was an opportunity for us to bond. And we cannot thank Annetta Hunter enough and Brandy Perry for hosting this event and putting it together. Without you guys, it wouldn't have been possible. And we are just so thankful that you all took the time and thought of this opportunity for us to come out and just to fellowship and have some fun. So we can't wait till next year because we're going to break that tie. We were tied 4-4, but we can't wait to see what happens next year.
Well, let me just tell you, from the old folks' perspective, guys, I told them instead of kickball, we just need to have a Super Mario Brothers competition. We can sit there and just be dun, 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 like that, right?
Right.
My back was hurting by the time I got home.
And then I said cards, so we could spank them down and spank them. But no, Nation was like, no, we might want to do that. We might not want to play no cards. But either way, one of the things we want you guys to know is that we believe in having fun, and we do believe in the camaraderie. We are competitive, but we believe in having a lot of fun at the Cole Realty Group. Okay, so before we get started, I have the pleasure of introducing Miss Brandy Perry. Brandy has been a real estate professional for 4.5 years. She's been with the Cole Realty Group a little over 2. Brandy has closed about $4 million in sales. She's projected to do 7 this year, and she has 10 deals under contract. So she is going to provide us with some of her tips and tricks as it pertains to the buyer's consultation. So Brandy, I'm going to turn it over to you.
All right. Thank you, Nicole. So we are pretty much talking today about buyer consultation. So what are you doing when you meet with your client? Your first date out, what's going on with you when you're meeting with your first date? So for me, I usually create a folder or something with just some information for them, educating them. In this folder, I put in my business card, postcards, or even past events that I've done, because I want them to know that I'm active, I'm a full-time agent, I'm out there, and I know what I'm doing. Also, usually I create a little sheet it's titled "Did You Know?" And what I do from there, what I do is pretty much put the information on there for them to kind of just educate them on it. So like first-time buyers, they don't understand the process. So your job is to help them and lead them and educate them on what's going on in our real estate world. So on this sheet, did you know, I usually put down like the down payments, because I want them to know, like, okay, you have to bring, if you're an FHA client, you have to do 3.5%. I want to make sure your money's right. So I need you to have your 3.5% in the bank. If you're conventional, it's 5%. And then of course, if you're VA, you don't have any down payment, but you have closing costs. So you also want to coach them on the closing cost fees too. So for example, like if your home is $200,000, you want to let them know, if you're FHA, your down payment is going to be about $7,000. And do you have that in the bank? Are you ready to go? Also, you want to coach them with the closing costs. As you know, with closing costs, it's about 3%. So on your first date, you're going through all this information with them, but you want to make sure they know, you want to feel good about it, you want to be confident about it. So you provide this sheet to them, and you can take from mine and you can tweak it and make it your own, but this is to educate your client. So with closing costs right now, it's like 3%. So if your house is 200,000, 3%, that's $6,000. Also earnest money. Your earnest money right now, we all know you don't have to submit earnest money, but to be serious with the buyer and let them know that you're serious about your offer, I'm going to always recommend that you submit your earnest money. Right now, to be competitive, it's 1%. or higher. So 200,000, 1% of that is 2,000. So you want to tell your client, are you prepared to pay $2,000 or more in your earnest money? The next thing also I educate my clients on is home inspection. Do you have to get a home inspection? No, you do not. However, I'm going to recommend that you get a home inspection because that's important. You want to know what's going on with the home that you're purchasing. So with that cost, we all know that it's based off of the square feet of the home, but usually the price range is about $500. So you want to make sure that they're prepared for that too as well. The next one is the appraisal. The appraisal is ordered and scheduled through their lender. Most people don't know that. They think, oh, I gotta find an appraisal because I'm buying a house. No, your lender is the one that ordered and scheduled that for you. Also, cost, you want to let them know that too. Price range about $500. So in the folder, I do add the did you know sheet, and then I also add forms from MLS. So forms like protect yourself when you're buying a home, protect yourself when you're buying a home to be constructed, what to consider when buying a home in an HOA. Most clients, me, when I bought my first home, I did not know. And I needed someone to tell me and teach me. And this is your way of educating your client throughout the process. So they won't say, Brandy did not tell me about an appraisal fee, an inspection fee, earnest money. I didn't have earnest money. You have that conversation on your first date. Also, when you're on the first date, you want to look good and feel good. So make sure you are looking good, you're feeling confident, you know your stuff, you got your information sheet, you got your folder together, and you want to make sure that you are just on point with everything. So just be prepared, print out your MLS documents, have the information ready regarding the home that you're showing, and know your area and your territory. So also get to know your client too. Also, if you need to ask them the lender type questions, ask them those type of questions too. Get them prepared in their mind that they're in the process of buying a home. And this right here, what you guys see right now, these are also other documents that we put in our folder for us for our new buyers. Josh or Nicole, we can send it out to everybody if they're interested, so that you can create your folder and be ready and be prepared for your clients. Okay, so as you guys know, Kanecia and I, we work together a lot. So we bounce ideas off each other all the time because we're out writing contracts, and I want to make sure what I'm putting in my contract sounds right. What do you think I should do? So Kanecia is next, and she's going to explain to you guys how we are out and working and winning these deals.
Hey y'all, hope y'all having a great day. I'm excited to be on here and kind of give you guys some things that really have helped give me a competitive edge here in Atlanta, and has also helped me also in my Florida business as well. So the awesome thing about Ms. Brandy Perry is she's the yin to my yang. So she just gave y'all the yin. She gave y'all the meat and potatoes of really meeting your client on the first date. And I'm kind of giving y'all like the wine, the dessert portion of it. This is to kind of give you more of a feel good. You want to build a really good rapport with your clients, especially for my newbie agents or even my seasoned agents who are, have been in the business for a while, and you seem to kind of lose some people. This is the way that I found has kind of given me a competitive edge, especially if you feel like you're an introvert and you want to be able to really have more discussions with people. This is a great way. So my first date kind of thought process is always to be preparation shows just as much as lack thereof. So the first thing that I always kind of have in mind is to always rehearse and practice meeting with my clients. So before I actually go on that appointment, I definitely call up other agents, call up whomever, and practice with myself some of the conversations that we're going to have. So all the information that she just kind of went over, make sure you have a conversation with yourself and other people so that way you can get the jitters out. You don't want to be talking to people and stumbling over your words. You know the information, and it just makes so much sense to practice it, especially talking to someone. You don't want to sound like you don't know when you know exactly what you're talking about. Addition to that, there's an awesome website called True People Search. And then you can also just look on social media you guys. I am a snooper and I snoop all my clients. So depending on their age range and, kind of what information I can gather about them, I look on places like True People Search, Facebook and Instagram and so forth. And basically I want to know like what my client likes, where they're from, kind of get a background idea of who they are. It helps me know how to dress, how to talk to them, what things they're interested in, maybe even a little bit about their culture and identity and so forth. Next on the list, I also look at local attractions. So this could include anything in the area such as schools, churches, hospitals, but you also want to know all the good places to eat at, to shop at. You don't necessarily have to go to those places. You just need to know where they are on the map and what proximity they are to the property. So for instance, if I got a client who's a coffee head like me, I need to know the coffee shops. If I got a client who loves beer, I need to know if there's some breweries around. If I got a client who travels a lot, I want to know in what proximity is this property to the airport or at least some kind of airstrip, right? So you really want to know those details, and it really helps you stand out and have more conversation. You don't want to just always talk about just that house. Every single house may not fit for them, but you are the right fit of an agent. So I definitely always try to drill into them, hey, this is really important to my client, these areas, and it helps kind of expand our conversation, right, you guys? So I also have the discussion in regards to news and weather. So I always chat with my clients about, what is going on in the news. So I do look around the area. And all of this information I'm talking about, you guys, in terms of where the proximity of where they're shopping at in terms of a property, you don't necessarily have to live in the area. You just got to take 10 minutes of your time to research. So I check out local news in the area, just in case they've seen something on the news or just in general in Atlanta or in Florida. I always try to double check that because you want to have conversation pieces. You don't want to sound like you live under a rock. You're a real estate agent. You're a rock star, not living under a rock. And then also weather. It's just polite to check the weather. I keep water bottles in the car if it's really, really hot that day. I try to keep cold ones too. And then of course, if it's raining, extra umbrella for my client. It's really important to be considerate. And then last but not least, I definitely emphasize arriving early to your appointment. Now, yes, you want to arrive early to your appointment because you don't want to be tardy. That's first thought of mine. But you also want to make sure when you're touring a house for the very first time with a client, this won't happen every single time, but that very first appointment, you want to make sure you know the layout of the house. Nothing looks more funny than watching someone walk around a house for the first time with you. So if you're walking around dazed and confused, not knowing where the light switches are or how to open the door and all that stuff, it just delays the appointment and takes the focus off of what an amazing agent you are. You want to focus on the fact that you're a great agent and you kind of know this house already and you're ready to show it to them. And then the next piece of information that I have for you guys is a very short spiel. And this is about having a simplistic approach wins trust. So for me as a fairly newer agent, and also for any new agents or even seasoned agents, we all don't know the answer to everything. And so it just makes sense to always kind of keep our conversations controlled. So talking less when you don't know the answer to something. I'm very big on stating, hey, I'll answer the question if I know it, but if I don't know, I keep it very short and I say, you know what, let me follow up on that and confirm with you. Or, hey, you know what, maybe it was, when I last checked, it was this, but let me reach back out to you and confirm with you. You want to make sure you control that conversation, but you also don't want to give out too much information, because my next point would be you want to stay in the scope of your role and legality. So I call Brandy 10 times a day to make sure that I confirm that I'm not overstepping my boundaries. Some things you are not going to know, especially when it comes to, for instance, like an inspection report. We are not contractors. We're not handyman. We're not none of that. So we shouldn't necessarily try to do that role. What we should do is advise our clients. We want to read through the reports. We want to do that, but we want to advise our clients on their options. You can get credit for that. You can also ask them to do the repair yourself, or we can get a contractor out there. It's usually going to be one of those three things. So that's what I rely on. I don't try to explain every single thing and what a missing shingle means to the property and what that could mean for your future repairs or anything like that. I try not to go too in depth with that. And then of course, you want to make sure you ask your client to kind of do some research too. Let them be informed, not only from just you, but also from doing their own research. That way they feel confirmed about what decisions they make. So that would be my simplistic approach about winning trust. It's really important, you guys, that whenever you're talking to people, people trust people who are honest. And if you're always acting like you know every single thing, it kind of builds like a little bit of distrust. So keep that in mind. And then on the next few slides, we have a little bit of examples of what I present to my clients. So like I said, you want to build trust. And being that you don't know every single thing, this is an example of a first buyer's consultation slide where I would show my team, and I'd also give a little bit of spiel about my team and about myself. So anytime that I present the picture of my team, I always say, hey, I may not know every single thing, but my team most likely will know the answer. And so here's a beautiful picture of them. And if these beautiful people don't know the answer to, or if I don't know the answer to it, then these beautiful people will. So that way they know you're a company, you're official, you have support, and they're not just relying on one person's experience. They have a whole plethora of people. In addition to that, I also present to them a handout brochure. So this one I was able to work with Brandy on, and it basically just lists really quickly all of my services and a little bit about me. For me, my background helps kind of point out some of the differences between me and other agents. So I have that spiel over there. And then of course, the different services that I work on. And then last but not least, this is a really good tidbit, you guys. I do not present the same presentation to every buyer. So this is actually a slide, just a little screen grab of one of the slides that I present to my investment buyers. My investor buyers are not the same as my luxury buyers. My luxury buyers are not the same as my residential or commercial buyers. None of them the same. So I have different buyer consultations, seller consultations, investment, and so forth for each of those clients. It makes no sense to try to tailor them all into the same buyer consult. An investor is going to know how to buy a house 9 out of 10. He's more concerned, he or she is more concerned with the numbers, the numerics like you see on the screen here. So definitely take the time out to customize your buyer consultations. That way you seem even more seasoned about different topics. And a lot of that information you can get offline, you guys. It takes a few seconds to just crop and post some nice stuff and be able to have a deliverable for your clients. And that's my spiel, you guys.
Sorry, guys, I was on mute. I was saying, how can we follow behind that? That was absolutely amazing. Thank you so much to Kanecia and Brandy for giving us some highlights about the things that they use, the tips and tricks that have made them successful throughout their buyer's consultation.
And before we go any further, is there anyone that has any questions about anything that Brandy and Kanecia has shared with us today? Know that no question is a bad question or a stupid question. Just ask it and we'll try our best, or we're not going to. We're going to leave this to the experts today, which is Brandy and Ken, to answer any questions that y'all might have. If you have any questions, just go ahead and chime in, unmute yourself, and go ahead and ask them. Don't nobody got no questions?
Well, I do. This is Alessia.
There it
is. How you guys doing?
Good, good.
Good.
Well, first of all, awesome job there, ladies. I had a question, and how can we get forms like these? You know, these are all amazing forms. Do you guys have like an app that you're using, or is it just something that you guys are creating yourself?
So for me, I pretty much put all the knowledge together and put it on one sheet of paper. So for me, I just created my own form to give out to buyers. As you know, we work with a lot of new buyers and they don't know. So I just created a form that says, do you know? Did you know? And then the other forms you can get from MLS. I can share that with you. It's just like you're looking up an exclusive agreement. You just look up these forms and you download and print them out. So I already have my packets and things prepared and ready to go when I'm meeting a new buyer.
Okay. Thank you, Brandy.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm going to piggyback off. I think somebody just made that comment. Do you guys mind sharing these files?
Oh, absolutely. I can share them. Yeah, I can share them. Absolutely.
Thank you.
That was my question. This is Wanda. I was just asking if you guys could share your brochures and things like that. And I definitely, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to steal and put my picture and my name on wherever yours. are located.
That's okay, Wanda. So to be honest with y'all, I totally stole mine from a very good agent in Florida. He was awesome, and I chopped and screwed it up and put my info in it. And then just wink, wink. You guys can also, for the formatting and to make it pretty. I didn't really feel like doing all that, so you can actually just go to, of course, Canva. But if you want it to look really nice, you can go to Pinterest, and they have completed full buyer consultations, the writing and everything. They just need you to pop your name in, 1, 2, 3, throw your picture, done. So those are on there too, and they're like $10-15 for like a completed nice one.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I think, I don't know if Kanecia or Brandy mentioned Canva. One of you guys mentioned that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Well, I use Canva all the time. So
okay,
yeah.
Perfect. So yeah, Brandy and Kanecia, we will be stealing your ideas. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I also wanted to just share some comments that were in the chat. Chanel said, good job, Brandy and Kanecia. Saida said, thanks for the tips, Brandy and Kanecia. Wanda said, can you share? Henry said, great information, ladies. Thank you. Leonora said, I didn't get all of the forms. Can you share? And then Dina said, thank you so much for your time. So I think that the consensus is you ladies did an amazing job. Thank you.
Good. That's good. Good. That's the goal.
Right,
one of the things that makes basically a partnership that they have created amongst each other. And then they host open houses. And so we're going to give them the opportunity to share a little bit more information about the open house that they have coming up. And we encourage the newer agents, if you've never attended an open house, this is now a really good time for you to get out, see how it's done. They're phenomenal. And you've got two top producers right here to give you some of the information that's going to help you solidify your career and your branding. So we're going to turn it over to them so they can tell us a little bit more about the open house they have this weekend.
Okay, so I have a new listing in Fayetteville, Georgia. I have an investor that I work with in Fayetteville, and she's pretty much just giving me all of her homes, her whole portfolio. So this one here means a lot to her. So it means a lot to me. It is a 4-bedroom. I think it's 3 full baths and a half. It's sitting on 4 acres of land. It is beautiful. I actually thought about, I got a little home fever, I guess, and was asking my husband, like, you think we should submit an offer? So it's a really nice house. It has great potential. It needs a little bit of updating, but other than that, it's a very, very beautiful home that you can probably live the rest of your life in. The master bedroom is on the main floor. It has a fireplace. It has an office space, walk-in closet. You can walk out to your deck. Also has an in-ground pool. It has, like I said, it's 4 acres. So you have like maybe 2 acres of walking trails. It's a really, really, really nice house. So I hope you guys come out, even if you want to come out and host the open house with me, or let me know, because honestly, I hosted an open house with Kanecia and I got a client and they're under contract now. So you never know who may walk through the door. So other than that, please feel free to join us and come out. And Kanecia is going to be there and turning up with me. So
you guys definitely come out, because we're going to make sure we pull out all the stops, like I told you guys before, but we're going to make sure we have every single vibe we can think of. We're going to have the bubbly, we're going to have some food, we're going to have really good music. We're also going to have a mortgage lender on site, so you guys can actually get to meet one, chat with one, bring your clients to talk 3-way with. So it's going to be awesome. It's 12 to 3, Miss Wanda. And we're going to have it this Saturday. So definitely pull up, you guys. Follow us on social media. Mine is Cando's Luxury. And Miss BP Money over here is at BP_the realtor. Make sure you follow us, because we'll have any updates about the property, and feel free to reach out to us if you're looking to attend, or if you want to do a special showing for your clients. Okay.
And Leonora said this is making her want to move back to Georgia.
No, she ain't. She ain't moving nowhere. She's staying right there in Orlando.
come on.
All right. Well, guys, thank you again for joining us. Naisha, you want to wrap it up for us?
Guys, just like Nicole said, thank you so much for joining us as we continue our series with Closing the Gap. Thank you so much to Brandy and Kanecia for gracing us with your presence, and also great. It was awesome. It was awesome and amazing. I hope that a lot of people got, some tips. Because I know I did. I got to have a conversation with my assistant in the morning time. So, definitely. But yeah, thank y'all so much. Amazing, amazing. Join us next week as we continue the series with Closing the Gap, helping us to become better agents, more seasoned agents, and let's get these deals on the contract. Because Kanecia says she's closing $6 million this year, and Brandy says she's closing $7 million. Let's go. Let's go,
y'all. All
That's
right,
all I
guys.
have.
Well, if you think of any other questions for these two amazing young ladies, you have their Instagrams. Make sure that you reach out to them to get all of the information that you need. And with that being said, gang, gang.
Gang, gang, gang.
Bye.
See y'all.